Assalamu alaikum. Myself Ehkam Ansari. Student, today I am going to start first chapter of information technology, that is advanced web designing. In this chapter we have already learned some important topic, that is form. We have seen input tag. In today's lecture we will talking about input tag and its attribute. But what the specialty of today's lecture? We will talk about some special attribute of input tag which come under the category of input restriction. In previous lecture we have seen some attributes which come under the category of input restriction, but we will see some new one. In last lecture we have seen input section like size attribute. We have learned what is size attribute means. It is used to customize our text box. Then we have seen some attribute like placeholder, which is work like a hint which help the users. In today's lecture we will talk about one important attribute of input tag, that is autocomplete. Autocomplete means what? The meaning of this word or this attribute is very clear. Okay, let's see the definition. The autocomplete attribute specifies whether a form should have autocomplete on or off. Means autocomplete is a feature of a input tag. While we are going to fill a form, when you enter any value, it helps in some what means which type of value you have to enter, you have to pass. For example, the very general example of autocomplete is when you are going to type any word in Google, okay, or in YouTube or in any search engine, it will assist you in some different way. Means which type of word you are going to search, what is you want to search, means it will assist you. For example, let's show you how Google helps you. I just want to open Gmail. I am just going to type what. See, I have just typed what, and you will get n number of the assistant from Google. What is BI migration tool, WhatsApp do, means this type of assistant is coming from Google. Means I have just typed one word, that is what, but it's, it's given different types of word similar to my request. Okay, so this type of helping word or this type of help we can create by using our attribute, that is a autocomplete. Okay, so we will see in coding. Just at this time you just remember what is autocomplete means. Just you have to type a single word and your browser will assist you which type of value you are looking for. Okay, then in today's lecture we will see autofocus. Autofocus means what? For example, you are going to fill a form. In that particular form you may have a number of fields or in number of text box. In that text box you will basically the user come and start from the first text box. Okay, but if you want to start from any particular field or any particular text box, in that case you can assign autofocus attribute to that particular text box. So when you start your browser, when you run your browser, that particular field will pop up, means the focus will directly get on that particular field. I will show you in coding how these features work. Okay, so in today's lecture we will focus on autofocus and we will focus on autocomplete. Okay, these are the two basic feature and these are two very new feature of input tag. So we will see. So how we will do? First we have to create a HTML page, then we will create a form. In that form we will use autocomplete and autofocus. Okay, so let's have a look on our programming. Means we are going to start our programming. In that programming we will write code for a form. In that form we will use autofocus, and see, you might get some word that is a boolean. Or I just want to show you what is the definition of autofocus. The autofocus attribute is a boolean attribute. Just, it is new word for the non-IT person, but if you are a ITN, if you are a IT person, you might be knowing what is the mean of a boolean. Boolean means it provide only two possible value, means we have two answer at the time, it is only one. For example, if you have on or off, true or false, okay, these are the boolean value. Okay, so autofocus can be on or can be off, but by default it's on. If you want use autofocus attribute, it will display you suggest, it will suggest you the different in different ways. Okay, but you can off it. Okay, if you write, if you write autofocus off, so it will not suggest you. Okay, I will show you. The only thing I am just explaining this definition because you will get some new word, that is a boolean. Boolean means only one possible value, either true or false, on or off, 0 or 1. These are some three values which is used as a boolean values. Okay, so I will show you what is autofocus and what is autocomplete. So let's start our programming language by using Notepad. Okay, so I will go to my desktop and I will start with my coding. So I will type Notepad. So you will get Notepad application. Okay, so our application is ready. Now we will start writing code, that is our HTML5. So inside the less than and greater than sign, I will write not doc type. This word or this line of code is used to specify that the code is written inside the HTML version 5. Okay, after that I will write basic HTML tag, that is a first tag of HTML is a HTML and last tag of the HTML is HTML. Okay, between that we have a number of tag, like we have on top head tag and closing head tag. In number of time I have told you that please please write opening tag and closing tag at the same time. It will help you in your coding, and it is a standard way to write code, because at the end you will not forget to close the any tag. So it is good conventional to write opening and closing at the same time. So I have added six tag, that is a HTML opening, then head opening, then body opening, then we have their respective closing tag. So right now we have total six tag. One is HTML, one is head, and one is body tag. These are some basic tag which requires in all the pages. After that, these are the some these are the tag which is the main tag of any HTML or any web page, because this tag contains the body of the page. Whatever you want to display on your browser, on your page, you have to write between opening body and closing body. Okay, now I will add one heading, that is I will use h1, then closing h1. Between that tag I will write heading. What is the heading of today's lecture? I am just going to write, today we are going to learn autocomplete and autofocus. So I will write attributes of input tag. Then I will write, I will just copy the this line and instead of h1 I will take as a h4 to reduce the size of heading. Okay, and I will change this content. I will write auto complete focus. Okay, now I will add one BR to break the line. One more BR. Just save the file. First time it will ask where you want to save. So right now desktop is selected. So I will save on desktop, and name I can say auto complete, auto focus. So I will give as a complete a com dot html. Okay, you can write any name, but the important thing is you have to write dot html. It's a compulsory because you are going to create html page. So you can assign any name, but dot html is compulsory because it's an extension of the page. This word or this dot html describe that the file is in html form. Okay, click on save, then minimize this file, back to your desktop because we have saved on desktop. So you will get your file. See here, a com, double click means you are going to run. So you will get attributes of input tag. This text is coming by using h1 and autocomplete and autofocus. This is coming from h4. The size is smaller because h1 is the highest size in all the headings. Okay, I just want to increase the size so you will get clear picture. Okay, now we will add one form. Okay, I will add one form. Where to add? Inside the body tag I will add. Just remove the one BR. It's take lot of space. Okay, so save the file. Now add one form. I will add form by using form tag opening, then form tag closing. Okay, inside that form tag I will add some attribute like name equals to, you can assign f1, then action. What is the use of action? I have told n number of time. Action means how your data will be transferred from this page to your destination page. So action equal to the page name or the destination name. So destination my kme dot php. Okay, then what is the method you are using to transfer? We have two method, one is get and one is post. I will use get. I have told n number of time what is the difference between get and post, but listen, get is a method which is used as a method attribute to transfer a small amount of data. Means by using get method you can send a small amount of data, and the only problem with that, if you use get method, all the values of form will be displayed on your url, so it is not safe. Okay, so instead of get you can use post method. But in this particular video lecture or in this particular tutorial I am just writing get method, or I am using get method only what value I am sending from this page to another page. I just want to show you how the data can be transferred from one page to another page, and what value and how value is combined attached with the name attribute, so we can clearly see on url. Okay, the only purpose to use get method, but the safe one is post method. If you are going to create any form for your company, for your organization, it is very conventional to use post method. Okay, now I will add one text box. For example, I will write enter your name, sorry, I will use colon, then I will write input type equals to text because we have to create a text box. So input type equal to text, then assign some name equal to, you can take T1, then I will add one BR for new line. To save your time, I will just copy this and I will paste. Okay, then enter your name. After that I can enter your class, for example your city you can write. Okay, input type equal to text, name equal to T2, and I will add, I just want to show the output of this line. Instead of writing code, you may get confused that sir is continuously writing the code but we don't know what is output. So it's a better way to write code, one line code, then see the output, then again write the code, then see the output. So it will get the clear picture what's going on in this page or in this coding. So before that we have seen this output where we get two heading, one is attributes of input take and autocomplete and autofocus. These two headings are coming because of we have used H1 and H4. Now we have added some line of code, that is we have added form. So inside the form I have used these four line where the first line indicate the opening form tag and the last line showing closing form tag. In opening form tag I have used different attributes of form tag, that is name attribute. I have assigned F1, then we have action attribute. We know what is the use of action, there is a destination. So in destination I have write mykme.php, then I have used method attribute, means which type of method I am using. So this two line is completed. After that I have written these two line, that is enter your name and enter your city. In this I have used input type equal to text and I have used one attribute, that is a name, and I have assigned T1 and again second textbook, that is name equal to T2. Okay, means the output of these two line is expected. Okay, so just save the line, save the code and see the change in your output. When you refresh the page you can click on this arrow button, that is reload this page, or you can click F5 from your keyboard, so you will get this output. Okay, these two lines are coming from headings and these two are coming from first textbook, that is input type equal to text, input type equal to text T1 and input type equal to text T2. Is it clear? Okay, these are the simplest thing we have done in number of time, so I think there is no any question. Now come to our today's lecture or today's topic. Our today's topic of discussion is what is autofocus. What is autofocus? See the definition, because now if you see the definition theoretically, means just see the autofocus attribute is a boolean attribute, means we have to assign whether autofocus is off or on. Okay, when present it is specified that an input element should automatically get focus when the page is loaded. If you use autofocus, see the bolded form, see the color of yellow color text, element should automatically get focus when the page loads. If you use autofocus attributes, okay, the text box element means the HTML elements, okay, elements should automatically get focus when the page is loads. Okay, back to your code. Right now when you refresh the page there is no autofocus. Okay, there is no autofocus. You can, I just want to show what is autofocus. Autofocus means when you click on that, now this text box is focusing, means you will see the blinking cursor. Blinking cursor means now in current the first text box is in focus. Okay, but when it come, when you click on that particular text box, just refresh. Now the focus is lost. When you click on second text box, now this text box is in focus. Okay, but if you use autofocus attribute, okay, for example, now I am going to use autofocus in second text box, that is a enter your city. So I will just use autofocus. Okay, I will use autofocus only. Just you have to mention autofocus inside the your input tag. This is my input tag where I am using type attribute, name attribute, and now I am going to add autofocus attribute, and it provides boolean value. Means if you write autofocus, it will just display the autofocus, otherwise it will not. So to second text box I have given autofocus. Save it. Now see the change. Don't refresh, you don't have any autofocus. When you refresh the page, just see the change. The cursor will blink here. Please student pay attention. When I refresh the page, the cursor will automatically get focus, or this text box will get focus when I refresh the page, because in second text box I have used one attribute, that is a autofocus. So this particular text box will get autofocus when you refresh the page. So refresh the page. Now see, I am refreshing. I am not click this text box, but this text box get focus. Okay, just I want to show you. Remove this one, remove this attribute, and again see, save the file, flip back to your browser. Now refresh the page. Now you won't get any focus on any text box automatically, because I have removed autofocus attribute. But if you put autofocus attribute on any particular text box, that particular text box will get focus automatically. You no need to click on that particular text box. Okay, so if now if you want to get create focus, you have to create, you have to click. When I click on that, it will be in focus. When I click on that, it will be in focus. No, it's not automatically, you have to click. But if you use autofocus, in this time I will going to add autofocus in first text box, that is a in T1. So I will write auto focus. Okay, now I have added in the first text box. Click on save, flip back to your browser, refresh the page. See, I am just refreshing, I have just refreshed the page. Now I am getting focus on my first text box. So this is the feature of autofocus. If you use autofocus, if you use autofocus on any at any particular text box, that text box will get focus and you can enter any value in that particular field. But if you not, if you want to use autofocus attribute, you have to click. Okay, I think you got the clear picture what is a autofocus. Now we will move to our next attribute of today's lecture, today's topic, that is a autocomplete. Okay, now see, in this particular form autocomplete, I am just going to click on that. So you will get n number of values. For example, the first value is Akam, the second value is Salim, the third value is AS, and then we have 1 2 3, then DSD, then we have 12. These are some values which I have previously used. Okay, I have not typed yet any word, I have just clicked on that. So it will automatically assist me. Okay, while you use internet or any search engine like YouTube or Google, when you type a single word, which I have shown you in starting of that lecture. So when you write just word, the first word, you will get similar values from Google. This type of facility is called as a Google Assistant. Okay, so it will auto complete. Okay, for example, if I write A, now the all the values, you will see all the values starting from A will display. Okay, so you can take any value. So it will it will use as a automatic, you cannot write anything, but when you click on that it will assist you to complete the sentence, to complete the word, okay, which is earlier used. I'm not write Ansari Akam, I have just click on that and it will display some value which I have earlier used, okay. So this feature is called as a autocomplete. Currently or by default, autocomplete attribute is default attribute of a text box. Okay, so that's why it's working. Means autocomplete is working, means autocomplete is on. Autocomplete attributes have two value. One is on and one is off. Okay, we have two value, one is off and one is on. So autocomplete we have two value, one is on and one is off. By default it's on. If you want to use autocomplete attribute, it will display or it will work as a on. In right now in coding we have not used autocomplete anywhere. See, we have only two text box, we have not used autocomplete. See, in first text box we have only used type, name and autofocus. In second we have used type and name. We have not used autocomplete in any text book. So by default, if you want to use autocomplete attribute, it will work as a on, because when you run this program, when you refresh this file, so when you click on that, means autocomplete function is working. I have not write Akam, but Akam have been written. I have not write Salim, but it's written. I have not write Ace. I have not write 123. Okay, because of autocomplete feature, the value has been filled. The value has been completed, auto completed. I will just click. The value has filled. Okay, so autocomplete feature have two value, one is on and one is off. By default it's on. If you want to off that feature, so in that case you have to use. So I will just go to my browser and I am going to add in second, for example, auto complete equal to off. Okay, auto complete equal to, I have just added this line of code, auto complete equal to off. If you want to off, in that case you have to write auto complete off, but you don't write autocomplete on, because autocomplete on, this is a default value. If you want to use this attribute, you will get this feature. So it is not required to write autocomplete on, because it's already on. If you want to use any attribute, then if you want to use autocomplete off, in that case you have to use autocomplete off. So click on save button. Now see the output. Flip back to your browser. Okay, I have refreshed the page. You are getting focus because I have used autofocus. Now in second text box, see, in first text box when I click, I am getting these values, because in first text box I want to use autocomplete. Means here autocomplete is on. Okay, in first autocomplete is on, in second we have used autocomplete. See, autocomplete is off, where in second text box. Okay, just see the change. Flip back to your browser, refresh the file. Okay, see, when I click on second text box, I'm just pressing the button. Okay, I'm just pressing the button, but I did not get any text which I have earlier used. But when I click on the first text box, when I click, I'm getting n number of the values which I have used. Why? Because in first text box I am not using any autocomplete attribute, but in second text box I have used autocomplete as off. But if you remove or if you write autocomplete on, then you will get same functionality like your first text. When you click on first text box, you will get some values, okay, which you have earlier used. It will auto complete the text, okay. In second, again you will get all the attribute which you have earlier used, okay. Why? Because I have changed to on. See, I have changed autocomplete equal to on. But if you remove this attribute, okay, click on save, flip back to your browser, refresh the page, okay. In first text box, when you click on that, you will get all the values which you have used and it will auto complete the text box. In second, again you will get all the values, okay. Why? Because autocomplete on is a default value. If you won't write that attribute, it will work as a on, okay. So the only thing to use autocomplete is if you want to off the autocomplete function of that particular field, you have to use autocomplete off. For example, if you want to off in both the text box, just use auto complete equal to off, then save the file. Right now I have used in second text box. Flip back to your browser, so you will don't you will not get any values. Similarly, I am going to add inside the first text box, okay. I will just copy this line and I will paste here, autocomplete equal to off. Now my both the text box have feature of autocomplete off. So see the output, refresh the page. Now when you click on that, you will not get any value which you have previously used. When you click on that, again you will not get any value, okay. Now I think you have cleared with today's lecture. I think if you have any queries, any problem or any question regarding today's lecture, kindly mention in comment section, okay. I will let you know if you have any problem. But for today's now, I am closing this video. I am going to close this video, but before that I just want to refresh you what we have learned in today's lecture, okay. So we have started with the input restriction attribute. In that we have seen autocomplete. And what is autocomplete attribute? We have seen by default it's on, but if you want to off, in that case you have to use autocomplete equal to off. Then we have seen autofocus. What is the autofocus? By default autofocus is off. You have to click on that particular field where you want to write the code, but by using autofocus attribute, you can specify which text box will get focus when your page is loaded, okay. So if you have n number of form field, for example you have total 10 text box, okay. When you run that program or that form, and if you want you want focus on 8th or 5th text box, so in that case you have to write autofocus on 5th text box, so you will get directly focus on that particular text box. So for today's, I'm going to close this video. Thank you very much. Thank you. Keep learning. Stay tuned with this channel. Many things to come. Allah Hafiz.